What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gio and this is my 2015 Toyota Tacoma. I did the Magnefine Filter mod for the power steering fluid quite a while ago. I've actually been running it for 42,000 miles and I just installed the new replacement filter. So we're going to cut open the old one, see what exactly it filtered out, if any, and then from there I'm going to show you how to do it to your truck. Okay, so we cut this thing open. And let's see, so we got the filter itself and then the magnet. So obviously in the name you got Magnefine. There's a magnet in here that's picking up contaminants from the power steering fluid itself. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of debris, which is good. But yeah, this magnet does have a lot of metal, hard metals. All that silver right there, that was all on the magnet. So the purpose of this is to pick up the hard metals from the power steering fluid, which in turn extends the life of the rack, the pump, and probably the bearings in the pump, most importantly. Alright, so I'm wiping this off more with a cleaner rag so you can see, but if you look really close right here, you can see the bigger pieces of metal that it picked up. There's some in there too. It's just harder to get out because it's just magnetic and it's pulling it back. But either way, for such a cheap mod, I'm definitely going to recommend that you put one of these on your truck. So some people might wonder why you would even waste your time doing something like this, but check out this power steering fluid. It's essentially Dextron 3 ATF fluid, and this is with 42,000 miles, and it's super clean. You know, if you look at a lot of trucks that don't get any power steering, regular maintenance throughout its life, this fluid is just black, and that's what kills your power steering system. So you don't want to go changing racks and changing pumps if you don't need to. This is a nice simple mod to help prolong the life of both of those components. So I'm starting the install explanation from underneath, and I just want you to get a better idea. So this metal tube right here is coming off the rack, and this is returning the fluid back up to the power steering reservoir. So your direction of flow is going up. You're going to keep that in mind for when you install the filter. All right, now jumping to the top. So if you see that barb down there where the light's at, that is going to be the rubber hose that then connects to that metal pipe down at the bottom. From there, it's a straight rubber hose that goes to the bottom of the filter, and then it's going to have this chunk of hose right here, which goes from the top of the filter back to the reservoir. So when you install the filter, there is a direction of flow. If you look at the top right here, it says out. We're going up back into the reservoir. There's also an arrow, so it'll just point upwards. Now, as far as the hose goes, on a stock truck, it just comes off the reservoir. It has about a 90-degree bend and goes straight down to that metal hose that I was showing you originally. So what we're doing is we're taking this hose off and taking it off the bottom and just pulling it out of the truck. And you're going to have, I'll put a picture on the screen right now, but you're going to have basically a 90-degree straight shot hose. Now, what I measured when I did this the first time was at the very bottom, you're going to measure about 4.5 inches and cut that off. That is what we're going to use on the bottom between the filter and the metal pipe. At the top, you're going to have the base of the filter and then the bottom of this bend. So I measured from like the bottom of this bend down, and that was also about 4.5 inches. Not to the top of the hose, that's adding more length, but I just measured roughly from the bottom down. Your measurements may vary. It'll be very close if you stick to those numbers. And essentially, you're just going to reinstall it. The only thing you have to get is hose clamps. You have to make sure you get clamps because there weren't none originally, since it was just a straight hose. And make sure you get some that cinch really good on that barb because you don't want any leaks. From there, you're going to fill up your fluid, and it would be a great time to do a flush as well. Turn on the truck, let it cycle through, get all the air out, top it off, and you're good to go.